Let's kill a dangerous illusion right now. Smart people don't make better decisions. They make better excuses for bad ones. And that's exactly why they fail in ways average people don't. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Intelligence does not protect you from mistakes. It hides them. The smarter you are, the more convincing your reasoning sounds, especially to yourself. Let me show you how this works in real life. A smart person makes a decision. It goes wrong. Do they stop and reassess? No. They explain. They say things like, "It's more complex than it looks. There were external variables. In the long run, this will make sense." And because they sound intelligent, everyone nods, including them. That's the trap. Smart people don't confront failure early. They intellectualize it. Now compare this to someone less intelligent. When things don't work, they feel it immediately. They don't overthink. They adjust faster. Smart people delay adjustment because their ego is invested in being right. And delay is expensive. Now, take this into the workplace. Why do smart employees stay stuck? Because they believe logic should win by default. They underestimate politics. They underestimate incentives. They underestimate perception. They assume good ideas rise naturally. They don't. Power rewards visibility, timing, and alignment, not raw intelligence. So smart people wait to be noticed. Meanwhile, average thinkers who understand human behavior move ahead of them, not because they're better, but because they're more realistic. Now here's where it gets darker. Smart people are more vulnerable to bad decisions because they trust their own reasoning too much. They stop stress testing ideas. They stop seeking disconfirming evidence. They stop asking dumb questions. Because asking dumb questions feels beneath them. So blind spots grow quietly. And blind spots are where disasters live. Think about relationships. Smart people don't fall in love less. They fall in love more dangerously. Because when red flags appear, they don't feel alarm. They analyze. They rationalize. They turn warning signs into complex dynamics. They don't say, "This feels wrong." They say, "People are nuanced." And by the time reality hits, they are deeply invested. Now think about money. Why do intelligent people make catastrophic financial mistakes? Because they confuse intelligence with foresight. They overestimate their ability to predict outcomes. They underestimate randomness. They underestimate risk. And when losses appear, they don't cut. They explain. They wait. They double down. Because walking away would mean admitting they didn't see what they thought they saw. Now listen carefully. The most dangerous words a smart person can say are, "I've thought this through." That sentence often means, "I've stopped thinking." Because real thinking doesn't end with certainty. It ends with probabilities. Smart people crave coherence. Reality doesn't offer it. So they impose stories where none exist. That's why smart people fall for overconfident leaders, elegant but flawed strategies, narratives that sound sophisticated, not because they're stupid, but because complexity feels like intelligence. And manipulators know this. They don't dumb things down for smart people. They make them sound just complicated enough to feel credible. Now turn the lens inward. When was the last time you changed a decision early before it became costly? When was the last time you said, "I might be wrong," and acted on it? If that feels rare, that's not confidence. That's ego defending intelligence as identity. Here's the shift. Powerful thinkers don't rely on intelligence alone. They build decision systems, rules, checkpoints, delays, outside perspectives. They assume their thinking is flawed and design around it. They don't trust brilliance under pressure. They trust structure, because intelligence is sharp. But it's also brittle, and brittle things shatter under stress. So remember this. Being smart doesn't make you dangerous. Being self-correcting does. Stay sharp.
Thanks for spending time with us. If this sparked a new way of thinking, hit like and subscribe to keep the ideas flowing. And don't forget, check the description for the links to the original books and resources we used today. We'll see you in the next one.